Alright, we're gonna go live here shortly, so bear with me as I'm trying to rig myself a video area here, so I don't even know if this is working. The light is really weird for me. When you guys get on, if you will, let me know and kind of give me some feedback on the light. I'm just trying to make sure people can see. Can you guys, is the light weird for you guys? Can you see pretty well? I'm getting thumbs up, so that's good, a good sign. If you're watching the replay, I signed in a bit early just to give everybody a chance to find me. Hi, Linda, how are you? I feel like I need to be a little bit higher, but I can't because of the comments. Let me see if I can make this higher. The light is fine. It's not fine for me because it's blinding me, but as long as you guys can see. I'm trying to get my face above the comments so you can see me. What a precariously perched situation I've got going on here. You might have to slide your comments over to see my face. I'm so sorry. Let me try one other thing to raise it up, and then I will stop being a fussy person. Oh, that did not help at all, did it? It's the angle. Normally I have a neat little doohickey that keeps me, that I can angle it, and I don't have it today. So we're moving. So I think this is worse. I'm going to stop that because it's worse. Yep, that was worse. So I don't have all my stuff. I'm so sorry. I will try to, I feel like I need to be up higher, but I have no way of doing that. So we're just going to have to roll with it. Oh my. Okay. So if you can't see me, you're just going to have to take your finger and slide your little comments over. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm so sorry. I can't do that because I won't be able to see you guys asking me questions. Alright. Think, Deanna. Think. It's a good thing we're early. This is terrible. We're not early anymore. Hope I'm feeling better. I was feeling better till I tried to do this. Okay. I might have to just hold it, which is really sad. In this day and age of doodads, I have to hold my own. Okay, nobody move, and we should be good. Okay. So I am Deanna Nichols. I'm a Blue Diamond in doTERRA, and I apologize. I've missed you guys for the last couple weeks. Hey, Christy, how are you doing? We were traveling, and the first week we were in Utah. I had a video, like a replay of a video that was supposed to play at 9 o'clock, and I didn't realize that I set it up when I was in Central Time, and so it didn't start till 10, which confused a bunch of you. And then last week, I just couldn't do it because of travel. So I apologize, but we're going to get back on schedule. And we're going to start by talking tonight about, we have 9 new essential oils that came out. We're going to try to talk about 6 of them tonight. I don't think I'm going to get to all of them, and to be honest with you, I'm not properly prepared for the others. So I've really studied up the best I can on those 6 of the 9 new oils. So we'll talk about those. If you are on here and you are not a wholesale member of doTERRA, then we would love to know that you're here and greet you. So if you could just say hello, tell us where you're from, like what state or country you're from, and who invited you to check out the video. And we might have a little special gift for you if you'll do that. Alright, maybe that will stop that weird cough that I'm having. Or I could try some Siberian fir, which is a new oil. I think I'm going to try some right now. So, if you know this already, we've already had 2 fir oils. We had white fir and Douglas fir. And white fir is no more, so we don't have that anymore. There was an issue with keeping up the amount that we needed to have the quality that doTERRA demands, and so we were able to source this new fir oil, which is actually a lot better therapeutically. Hey guys from Louisiana, it was nice to see you. This oil has a lot more therapeutic benefits than the white fir did. And so we're actually really excited about this. This is a conifer. If you don't know what a conifer is, you might have to review some science, some biology or something. I had to think about it for a minute. I'm pretty sure it means like they don't have leaves on the tree, they have needles, and the tree stays, it's like an evergreen tree. It's something like that, something to do with that. And so this is a little bit different than white fir because it has a chemical compound called bornyl acetate, which is much, much higher. It's like over double in Siberian fir than what it is in white fir. And the things that we don't have anymore, okay, so like the things that are in, that were in white fir that are not in Siberian fir are in Douglas fir. So we're not missing anything. So between Douglas fir and Siberian fir, we have what we're looking for, okay? So the other cool thing about Siberian fir is that, hey Destiny, great, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here from Wisconsin. I will be not too far from you soon. I'm going to be in spending some time in Michigan this fall. So not too far from your area. So what was I saying? Oh, this can be used all three ways. Okay, so white fir could only be used aromatically and topically, but this can also be taken internally. And a reason why you would take this internally is for years we've been recommending that you take frankincense internally because it's so good for helping your body to maintain a normal, healthy inflammatory response. And we're now recommending that you do these together. So Siberian fir and frankincense together, I would do probably 2 drops of each under the tongue twice a day. If you don't care for the taste, you can do it in a capsule. That's fine. It's going to just be a faster response, obviously. If you do it under your tongue, that's the fastest way to get into your bloodstream. So the aroma is different than white fir. I was never like a huge fan of white fir. I felt like it was a little sharp for me, and this is a little bit more of like a spicier smell, but it's definitely, you can still smell that Christmas tree, foresty smell that's in there. I've been, thank you. Oh gosh, you guys are so kind. I've been mixing it with like rosemary and lime and things like that, because those are all really good respiratory oils. And the one thing that's missing from Siberian fir that was in white fir really high is something called limonene, which is really, really cleansing to the body. And guess where that's at? That's in citrus oils. So if you want to get that, you can combine it with citrus oils. And if you have like a cough going on or some kind of respiratory issue going on, it's always been something that I've done. I would layer white fir and lime and frankincense and like marjoram and whatever, cardamom, any of those respiratory oils, and they tend to be these similar color labels, when they have to do, they're sort of like these weird greenish blue label colors, and those are usually having to do with the respiratory system. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about this weird cough. I actually had this cough since I was in Utah. They had forest fires not too far away, and it like irritated my throat, and it never quite has gotten totally better. I'm trying to remember if somebody else remembers if this one is considered a worm at all. I don't feel like it is. I mean, I just put it on. I have pretty sensitive skin. I just put it on my chest and throat, and I'm not feeling anything. So it seems like this is probably a neat oil, meaning you don't need to use a carrier. And so you could use it safely on children on their chest if there's a little bit of congestion. Of course, as any time you're dealing with a small child, tilt the bottle onto your fingertip, and that's how much oil you need. A larger person, you can get full drops, 1 or 2 drops, and that's plenty. Okay? So a really good thing to use this on would be anytime your tissues are stressed. So you got some kind of irritation anywhere on your skin tissue, this is going to be really good for it. If you're doing something on the skin, applying it on the skin, I would go ahead and do coconut oil, because that's just a really good idea to kind of keep it in that area so it's not spreading out throughout the body. You're keeping it in that localized tissue. So like maybe bites or wounds, scratches, rashes, those types of things. Anytime that it's just like kind of inflamed, you want to comfort those tissues, make them reduce that stress on the tissues. We kind of talked about internally. Somebody has in their notes here that it's been used as a flavoring agent in foods. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just going to let you know that they said that. I can't say that I'm going to try it. And this is also really good for cleaning. So we talk a lot about how lemon's really good for cleaning surfaces. You can mix a little bit of Siberian fir, and that would be excellent. It would be really good on wood cleaning. I've taken a little bit of coconut oil and mixed it with white fir in the past, and like lemon and something else which is escaping me at the moment. But you could definitely use Siberian fir in its place, and that would be a really nice fragrance, mixing citrus together with it. So I mentioned a couple of the oils that it combines well with for respiratory issues, and I think I mentioned rosemary. Cypress is another good one. Eucalyptus is another good one. And then it's really good for blemishes. So my favorite oils for blemishes have always been geranium and tea tree oil, but this is really good for those types of things too. So maybe take a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and combine those, and if you have a blemish on your face, or just as an astringent on your face after you've cleansed it and used all of the skincare products. Okay, so that's a little bit about Siberian fir, and if you're paying attention on this page, the Facebook public page, yeah, thank you. I was pretty sure, Kristen, that's what I was thinking too. Kristen saying that you need to dilute the other oil that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, not this one. This one should be able to be used neat, and I believe that is correct. Okay, so you're going to see some recipes and things floating around about Siberian fir and these other oils, the new oils here on this page. So kind of keep your eyes peeled for some new recipes and things that I'll be sharing over the next couple of weeks. By the way, if you want to like touch and smell these in person, you have two ways you can do that if you didn't get to go to convention. One way is to find somebody that went to convention and ask if you can come over. Some of them are having events like these. I'm having one here in Knoxville on the, I think, 28th for our team. So if you know somebody in your area that went to convention and they have the oils, then ask them if they can do this little product reveal event so you can go play with them. But if you don't have that option, every major city is having a post-convention tour. A post-convention tour is where you have somebody from doTERRA corporate that comes to put on an event, and it's usually hosted by somebody that lives locally there that's probably a diamond or above. And then you'll usually have blue and presidential diamonds that will be speaking at the events. So John and I are going to be traveling all over the country starting October 1st, and we're going to be at a lot of the post-convention tours. We're going to be at one at Dallas, Texas very shortly. We're going to be at one in Washington, D.C. area. We're going to be at one in, I want to say, are we going to be at the one in Hershey, Pennsylvania, or is that in my dreams? I don't remember, but there's a bunch of them that we're going to be at. We are going to be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, doing an Aroma Touch and business training. So pay attention, because we're starting to put our events on this page under the events tab. And if we're going to be at a post-convention tour, we're not hosting any this year because we're on the road, but we'll be visiting and stopping in, and we want to connect with our team or anybody that's there at the post-convention tour. But you'll have an opportunity to play with the oils and probably win them. They usually do drawings and give them away, and then you'll have an opportunity to buy a kit. So they'll put all the new products together in a kit, and you can do it as your loyalty rewards order for the month, and they'll give you a special code that you can use when you're at the event so that you'll be able to get those, and it's usually a really good deal as well. Okay, so let's dive into the next oil. I'm going to give you a hint what it is. Do you remember Gargamel and Azrael? It's called Blue Tansy, and if you want to know why I'm talking about Smurfs, it's because this oil is blue. It's really cool, and check it out. Okay, so if you put it on your skin, it like turns you blue. I don't know if you can see that, but it's only temporary, so no worries. There's a really cool chemical in there that I could not pronounce if you paid me, so I'm not going to embarrass myself trying to attempt to pronounce it. See how it's still blue? And it only happens when they distill this plant. And this is a flower. It's a flower oil. So we know that flower oils are all like relaxing and calming to the body systems. And so this is a form of chamomile. It's actually Moroccan chamomile is what this is from. And this is a really, really cool oil. And one thing I learned that kind of stuck in my head, they didn't talk about this at convention, but just something I read recently, is that the emotional benefits of Blue Tansy are that it helps you take inspired action in your life. So I love that. I feel like everybody needs to be using Blue Tansy when they wake up in the morning, just to take inspired action. Like, get some inspiration in your life, but then take action on it. I just love that. And so that's a really cool emotional benefit. As far as the fragrance, if I had to describe it, I would say it smells like buttered herb pasta of some sort. I don't know why, but that's what it reminds me of. It's a really weird smell. But it is a very sustainable source, and so we're really excited to be able to have this. You may be a little familiar with the name because it is in our Balance oil and our Deep Blue oil. It's what makes it blue, okay? And so, let's see. There's some information here that I don't remember hearing. It says 5 million seedlings will be planted every single year and then cultivated in late fall so that we are able to protect the plant and its benefits. So it's really high in antioxidants. So it's really good to help your cells fight off things that are trying to attack those cells and cause your body to be out of balance. It's really, really good for skin support, and it's great for your immune system. And so if I was going to diffuse this oil, I would definitely have to mix it with something, and I'm going to have to like really think about what that will be, because it's just like, I'm not saying it's a bad smell, it's just not something that I definitely want to smell by itself. It needs something else with it. And so when I figure out what that is, I promise to post recipes for you. I'm just letting you know, it seriously is like you've got pasta like all up in your face, and it's weird. Plus it makes you blue. So that's also a little weird. But he said that it would last probably like an hour or two. So either put it somewhere inconspicuous where people aren't going to think you're a Smurf, or just do it like at bedtime, and hopefully nobody will see you till the morning. Okay? Unless you have one of those jobs where you have to get up and go to work in the middle of the night. Okay, so topically, also good for skin irritations. So hey, I haven't tried this, but maybe it would work really well with the Siberian fir. Who knows? I haven't tried those smells together, but they're both great for skin. And it's really good, again, for, they're saying use it on the bottom of your feet. That makes perfect sense, because if the bottom of your feet's blue, hardly anyone will know about that, okay? It is a great beauty oil. One of the things that they said was it kind of helps return your skin to its normal condition. So for years, okay, people have been asking me, what oil do I use for dry skin? And I'm like, lotion? I mean, I didn't understand, but this oil actually is recommended for things like dry skin or itchy skin or burnt skin or whatever your skin's doing that's not like its normal healthy function. This helps return to that. So what I would do, number one, to avoid turning blue, and also to avoid the weird, like smelling like a pasta dish, which is awkward, I would mix it with fractionated coconut oil and apply that to the area. Or use one, gosh, Deanna, or use the doTERRA's unscented lotion, and that would be a great way, and it's not going to turn you blue if you don't put it on like straight like I just did. And so now I have an answer for people when they say, what oil do I use for dry skin? It's Blue Tansy, okay? This oil is not for internal use, so it's not considered generally recognized as safe by the FDA, and so we don't therefore recommend it. It doesn't mean it's not safe, it just means that they don't recommend it, so we don't recommend it, okay? Okay, here's some application advice. Pardon my cough. It's saying to use in combination with lemongrass, marjoram, cinnamon for a warming and soothing tissue application after strenuous activity. So I guess after exercise. I would say for sure be really careful if you're doing cinnamon. That seems a little cray-cray to me. I would probably not do that, but I would still use the fractionated coconut oil with the lemongrass. It should smell really interesting if you mix this with lemongrass, I would think. Also for skin stuff, cedarwood goes really well with this oil. So cedarwood would be a really good one. Somebody's saying, why can't doTERRA invent lotion? We do have lotion. I know they have the oil supplements and hand soaps. We have lotion. We have an unscented lotion. We have a citrus bliss lotion, and we have a rose lotion. So we do have lotions. You can find most of those in our spa products. We have like all kinds of skin products and hair products and hair, skin, and what else, Deanna? I guess hair and skin. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, so that's Blue Tansy. Okay, so it's blue. And again, it is a flower oil. Now, this is the one that you all seem really excited about. Heather's like, it should go with rosemary or thyme if it smells like pasta. Okay, well, that's very possible. I'll let you test that out, because, yeah, that's the first thing my mom and I were like, this smells like pasta when we put it on. Okay, now, this oil is called I've heard it two ways. It's either copaiba or copaiba. I tend to say copaiba because that's what it looks like, but apparently either way is correct. I've looked it up. And this is an oil that people are really, really excited about. And I'll tell you why. Okay, first, I just want to put like a clarification because there seems to be some confusion. This is not cannabis oil. It's not CBD oil. It's not hemp. It does not have any psychotropic effects on your body. It's not illegal. It's safe to use around and on children. There's lots of misconceptions about this oil. So I wanted to get those all out of the way. Your body has a system called the endocannabinoid system, and there are receptors that kind of like work on your endocrine system, which is like what makes all of your hormones, and on your brain and on your immune system. And that system is affected by something called cannabinoids. Now, doTERRA has had oils that contain cannabinoids forever, like black fir. Where did that come from? Black pepper, ylang ylang, and Melissa all have cannabinoids, but it's a very low percentage relatively. It's like anywhere from I think 10 to 20% in those oils. And so I have recommended it for calming before, for pain and discomfort before, and some people have said that it worked and others were like, oh, I need something stronger. Well, this is 60% cannabinoids in here, so it's much, much higher. And there are three main cannabinoids that we know about in the plant world. There is CBD. Don't try to get me to, it stands for cannabinoid something or other. But CBD, which is kind of like a craze right now. Everybody wants you to try CBD oil. There's THC, which is the stuff in hemp oil that makes you high, okay? That we don't have any of that. It's also illegal usually. And then there is BCP, which is beta-caryophyllene, and that is what is in this. Okay, so the reason why you care about that is because if you've heard of CBD oil, there's some problems with that. Okay, the first problem is that it only occurs, like doTERRA is the Mac Daddy of testing oils. Okay, so if you want to know what's really in oils and you want to know that you're getting quality, doTERRA has the market cornered on like how to know what's in oil. So doTERRA was trying to test the market and see like what can we give people. Is CBD something we should be carrying? Is it something that's useful to people? And let's test like what's out there. So they went out there and people are selling this for like $200-300 a bottle. doTERRA went out and tested it and found that there are very, very, very tiny, like something like 0.002% amount of CBD actually in CBD oil. It's like almost nothing in there. And sometimes CBD oil that they tested didn't even have any CBD in it. And that is what affects your nervous system. Let me see if I can... Oh, I don't have it right here. I wanted to check my another photo that I took to see like exactly. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Let me just see if I have. Yeah, it's not here. So if I remember correctly, there's like two kinds of receptors in your body, CB1 and CB2, and THC oil, which is illegal, affects both kinds of receptors. CBD oil only affects the CB1 receptors, and then ours affects the CB2 receptors. And the CB2 receptors, it's like directly affecting it. So what I'm trying to tell you is that as far as the therapeutic benefits of this goes, it appears like you're going to get a lot better results using the copaiba than you would from CBD oil, and that's what I am gathering from the information. So as far as personal experiences go, I do have a friend who is a diamond in doTERRA, and he's been using the CBD oil and paying quite a bit of money for it, and it made him really super, super drowsy, but was helping him with his pain, and he is able to get better results with the copaiba for $35. This oil is actually available now. They surprised us and made Siberian fir and copaiba available now instead of making us wait till October 2nd when all the other products come out. So you can try it now. I'll tell you what I've been doing is taking it under my tongue. I've been having a lot of, residual discomfort from my car accident. And the day that it came out at convention, I had been sitting quite a bit and was really in a kind of a lot of pain. So I took it under my tongue and it really helped me. And it tastes a little bit weird, but honestly it's like better than some other oils I've taken under my tongue. It's not bad. It's got a little spicy kick to it. It doesn't come out that well either. Yeah, it's just got a little spicy taste to it. I think it tastes better than frankincense. The other thing I notice is that when I do that at bedtime, I sleep a whole lot better. So the other thing is somebody told me the other day, like, oh, I've been using copaiba forever. No, this is a special blend of 4 different species of copaiba. Nobody else has this in the world. That's the case with most of our oils. Like our frankincense is like that. It's a blend of 3 different species. That's why 86% of doTERRA's oils are exclusive to us. Nobody else can get them, okay? So some benefits. This is really good for liver support. Really important for liver support. It's high in antioxidants. It's very beneficial to your heart and cardiovascular system. It's very important for the immune system. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of people benefiting that maybe have some imbalances or overreactions of their immune system. It's also fantastic for digestive support. So I had some questions about that today. I would try and take it under the tongue or at least apply it over the abdomen to see if it will help you with that. So doTERRA is recommending that we make this part of our daily regimen, and I've got it leaking all over the place right now. So they're recommending we mix it with frankincense. So again, we're talking Siberian fir, copaiba, and frankincense as part of our daily routine. So these are all going to be really, really good benefits. They're also saying to mix 2 drops with citrus oil and water. Personally, I don't want to drink this oil. I'll take it under my tongue. I'm good. Or blending it with peppermint for digestive support. Then they're saying for skin irritations, it goes really well with blue tansy. And to definitely dilute it. It is a little bit warm, although honestly, like, I've been putting it on the back of my neck a lot, and just for brain and nervous system support, and it hasn't been irritating to me at all, and I tend to have more sensitive skin. Also, it's very calming when you combine it with Siberian fir. So a lot of these new oils really kind of go together really, really well. So there's just a lot of excitement. Check out this page. I've posted a lot more information about it and how it works. And as I become more comfortable and well-versed with discussing it in a confident manner, I feel like I can share a lot better benefits with you. But if you are a VIP and you're in our VIP group, we'll be able to have a lot more open discussions over there. Those are for members of the Oil Shares team only. So if you're there, we can answer your questions more in detail. All right, so that's the first 3. I don't know how much we'll get through because we're getting running out of time. So we'll do what we can do today. But let's talk about another oil. And this one comes in a touch roller. Anytime something says touch on it and it's in a roller, it means that it's already pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil to make it easy to use. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you need a carrier oil. It's already in there. It also makes it more affordable because it is diluted down. And unlike most companies, when we dilute something, we tell you about it, and we don't try to pass it off as pure undiluted oil. So how you know is it'll say touch on it. And also on the ingredients, it'll tell you that there's fractionated coconut oil. We believe that is the best carrier oil to use because it's not too heavy where it's going to leave residue, and like I've had other carrier oils that have just been sticky and left a smell and a weird residue, and it's not too light. We want it to be heavy enough to where it's going to prevent the oil from evaporating, so you can absorb it into your tissue. And so we use a medium one, which is fractionated coconut oil, and that's the one we use. So this is Neroli. This is a new oil that we just came out with, and this is really a cool oil. I learned a lot about that from Emily Wright, who talked quite a bit about the new flower oils that came out. And this is from Egypt. And what's the other one that's from Egypt? Maybe I haven't talked about that one yet. That's probably why. And it comes from the bitter orange plant, and this is the flower. The neroli is the flower. It has a history of being used for fertility, as an aphrodisiac, and also for calming. So I feel like a lot of us leaders in doTERRA are calling it the nightstand oil or the bedside table oil because it's great for intimacy with your partner. It's just great to encourage that and to make it more exciting as well. And it's also very, very calming. It helps to reduce stressful feelings, anxious feelings. I've used this one on my little son. We're moving right now, and he's like seeing all of his toys and stuff getting packed up, and that's stressful for a little kid. They don't totally understand stuff like that. So I've been using this on the back of his neck, and it's very calming. And I love these metal rollers. It makes it really easy to go on there. It's also very good for a healthy inflammatory response in the intestinal system, the digestive system. So just like Copaiba, this can also be paired to use for digestive stuff. Very, very good oil to use for that. It helps wounds to heal more quickly. Personally, like if you have a really uncomfortable wound, you may not want to rub it on. You can take these rollers off and you can put some in a spray bottle if that makes it easier for you. And you don't have to dilute it because it's already diluted. So just pour it into a spray bottle. It's also been recommended during late stages of pregnancy for all those like things that happen, like swollen ankles and just painful areas in your body and just everything that goes on in your body in that third trimester. It's a really great one for that. It's also good for helping to improve hormone production in your body. So as we age, we tend to have trouble, like women may be low in progesterone or estradiol, or men can be low in testosterone. And in these cases, Neroli can help your body to make proper amounts, and it can help you transition through different hormonal stages in life, like perimenopause, menopause, those types of things. It's also really good for after having a baby as well. So through late pregnancy into those postpartum days. So really any time in a woman's life, or a man, to be honest, where transitions are happening with hormones. It's a really good one. All right. This is very important for cellular health, especially for women. Okay. So when I'm talking about cellular health, we have our body has this way of, it's created in a way where when we have cells that are damaged and not healthy, they're not supposed to make more of themselves. They're not supposed to reproduce and duplicate and have a bunch of unhealthy cells. So this oil is going to help that process. It's similar to how DDR prime works, or even frankincense works in that way. This is really good, and it's particularly good for women and for women's health at the cellular level, where you want healthy cells to be reproducing. So if you have an issue with unhealthy cells multiplying, or if you have an issue with your body thinking that healthy cells are bad, either one of those spectrums, this would be a really good oil to include. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. And we're pretty much out of time, so I think we're going to go, so we've covered 4 of the 9 oils, so we'll try to cover the other 5 next Sunday. And if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to post them. What is the touch oil called? So the first touch oil we've talked about is Neroli, Neroli. And that's one, the 2 that are available now are Copaiba and Siberian Fir. Blue Tansy and Neroli are going to be available October 2nd, or if you happen to go to a post-convention tour that happens before October 2nd, I believe you will be able to get them earlier. So those of us who were at convention already got a chance to purchase a convention kit, and so we're having the chance to try these out. So we're going to talk next week about some of our other new products, jasmine, rose, the 3 new yoga oils, and what am I missing? I'm forgetting one. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's right. And we also have 2 other new products as well, a diffuser and a hand sanitizer that we'll talk about. So if you are on here and you don't currently have a membership to doTERRA, we want you to know that this is probably one of the best times of the year to get started, because what you want to do is choose a starter kit. And if you, like, I know I have a guest on here. If you're one of my guests and you're just watching the video, if you want to send me a message, I'll send you some photos of the different starter kits that we have. Whichever one you choose is going to be great because you're going to have some basic oils that every home needs to get started. You'll get a free wholesale membership to doTERRA, so you get to purchase everything at the wholesale price. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to do a monthly order. Everything's optional for you. And then if you join, whoever you join with, that person is going to be responsible for helping you to get started. They'll meet with you and make sure that they answer your questions and teach you how to use the oils that you got. In our team, we also will give you an exclusive access to our VIP group, so you can go in there and talk to other oilers and ask them for their experiences. And we are like a family. We learn a lot from each other, and we support and help each other and educate each other as we go on this journey. So right now, doTERRA has an incredible promo going on, where if you purchase any of the starter kits, and then next month, let's say you want to get the new oils next month, when you place your order next month, you're going to get a free Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is our best-selling product. It is our nutritional foundation for what makes the oils work the best in your body when you have healthy nutrition background. So that's why it's our best-selling product. It's worth over $100, and it's free with your order. So get your starter kit now. Go to a post-convention tour in October near you, and then you'll get your convention kit, and then you'll be able to get the free Lifelong Vitality Pack. What an incredible offer. Then talk to the person that invited you to watch the video and ask them if they have any other promos going on. They may offer some other free gifts to help you get started as you go. So hopefully that answers your questions. Feel free to message me if you have any other questions about how to get started. I'd be happy to schedule a phone call with you if you're one of my personal guests to answer any questions that you might have. I'll be back here next Sunday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll finish talking about the rest of the other new oils. And I appreciate you putting up with my, hopefully we'll be a lot more professional next week, and I'll have my new office set up in my RV. And we won't have to tape everything together with Scotch tape to get it to work, and we'll be much more professional. So I hope you learned something tonight. I hope I was clear, and that you're excited as I am about these new products. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next Sunday. Have a great night.